Hi dear traders, today is November 17th, Tuesday. I'm pleased to continue my cooperation with InstaForex and prepare regular market reviews for this broker. First of all, I'd like to warn you that all currency pairs involving the pound sterling are set to trade with higher volatility today because the Brexit talks are going on in Brussels slowly but surely. So the sterling could trade wildly in any direction. Be careful, I don't have any new technical ideas. I want to develop those ideas which I suggested last week. Now let's refer them. The first instrument to discuss is gold as usual. I recommended selling gold. I myself began planning short deals on gold from 61% Fibo correction. I expect a nice climb from 50% Fibo. Yesterday, gold tumbled in the European trade. Later, American traders bought it. That's not a good thing for our short positions. At the same time, I'm not going to cancel my selling idea. Why? Because I still expect the price to rise to 50% Fibo. That's $1,908. I'm ready for this scenario. Actually, such developments are normal for the instrument with enormous volatility. Well, let's wait until the American session to find out some clues. Meanwhile, we're chasing for the level of 1,847. Let me remind you that I work under my own trading strategies that I call price action and hunting for targets. In fact, I'm not interested in technical analysis. I trade against it in most cases. In other words, like a hunter, I recognize a nice target and plan my deals. At present, I see a nice target for gold at 1,847. Why? Buyers are likely to flock above this level. They have no chance to place a stop loss somewhere, only here. The market frequently terminates top orders, so I use this strategy to fix profit and take money from those who get into a trap set by the market. Well, if gold jumps to 50% Fibo, I will take these gains. My risk is 1,940. I guess the selling scenario will be cancelled there. I suggest trading in a large time frame. Personally, I am keeping my short positions. What about the euro-dollar pair? The price is still developing a big three-wave structure on the daily chart. It started in early November. In most cases, I trade three-wave patterns that I also chose for my analytics. The buying action was followed by a retracement of a 50% Fibo. Those who were betting on a 50% Fibo correction have already gained 110 pips. I don't believe it, so I have to say goodbye to this trend. Unfortunately. To confirm the long scenario, yesterday American traders were buying the euro during the whole session. They have been buying the pair for 4 sessions in a row. This began on November 11th. They were buying on November 12th, 30th, and 17th. I guess they will carry on buying. I'm staying away from the market for a while. The pound sterling is the hero of the day. The Brexit negotiators have resumed the talks today. No one dares to predict what they will eventually decide. If you make a phone call to Boris Johnson and ask him what to do with the sterling, he will advise you nothing, because he doesn't know himself. Perhaps he will advise you to buy rubles. This guy has a good sense of humor. The daily chart suggests the bullish scenario. However, the outcome of the talks is still a mystery. The British negotiators are stubborn. 4 years have passed since the Brexit referendum in 2016. The saga is still going on. That sterling might weaken. On the other hand, if there is some progress in the talks, the pound will extend strength, of course. I don't know how to earn from this right now, so I'm not trading the sterling at present. I foresee some unexpected developments, higher volatility. Today the currency pair remained at 1.32. The price climbed briefly a bit higher. It proves that traders are cautious because there are no solid fundamentals. That's why I'm not playing any deals waiting for beneficial trading opportunities. Now let's talk about the dollar-yen pair. Yesterday recommended buying the pair. I myself bought it from 50% FIBO. As a result, I have lost 15 perps. Someone could feel blue, but it's not about me. I used to make worse losses. The thing is, when you work with a three-wave structure, you always understand the risk. Besides, you can estimate the price where you deal will bring your profitability. I mean the profitability more than 1-to-1. If you are going to buy the dollar-yen pair or have already bought it, the risk should be set at about 111. In this case, your profit will be 140 pips or under 300 with 161% FIBO correction. With any trading strategy, it's difficult to estimate risks as you don't know for sure where to exit the market, especially if you focus on indicators or moving averages. For this reason, I prefer momentum trading because I clearly understand risks. It is essential to measure risks. Thus, the long idea is valid for the dollar-yen pair with risks below November's lows. That's all I wanted to tell you today. Once again, let me warn you to be careful with the sterling. Anything is possible with the British pound today. Volatility is sure to rise. Manage your risks and take care. Good luck.